See Red Nation, what is good? Listen, I know yesterday didn't go as planned. That's on me. So instead, today we're going to get a little double drop action going. If you missed the Bears video, after you get done with this one, go check that out as well. Dropped a couple hours ago. But this is a topic that I feel we really need to talk about as Bulls fans, right? As Bulls fans. The question on the table today: should the Chicago Bulls trade for Lonzo Ball? Let's talk about it starting now. If you are new to the channel, please like the video. Please subscribe to the page because we do talk Chicago sports weekly and we don't want you to miss a thing. So make sure that you hit that bell. Now, we're kind of learning who this Bulls team is, right? We're learning who these players are, what their roles should be, what they really are as the season's going on, because Billy Donovan is trying to get the most out of them that he can. He's trying to put them in the best position to be successful, trying to put them in the positions they feel most comfortable. And so we're seeing the players that they truly are. This is something we didn't see under the clown that was here before. And so I think we've seen some glaring issues that absolutely need to be addressed by this Bulls team. One being more of a traditional point guard position. Now, do the Bulls need a traditional point guard position? As far as the word of it goes, I would say the Bulls are looking for more of a pass-first point guard. I don't think they need a guy who can't score, but they do need a pass-first point guard. So, of course, with Lonzo Ball not extending a contract with the New Orleans Pelicans, and them even saying that they're willing to make moves in trade talks, the question has come up: should the Chicago Bulls trade for Lonzo Ball? And to me, there's kind of two things that you have to look at with this Bulls team to answer that question. Number one is, are we ready to move on from certain people at certain positions? So the first thing, Coby White, are we ready to move him out of that role? Are we going to relegate him to a bench point guard role where he can come off and be the scorer that the Bulls need, a spark off of the bench? Because I think that he fits that role really well. I don't know if I would do it yet. Not saying that Coby White fits the role we need him to fill, but you also don't want to kill his confidence. You know what I'm saying? We're 15 games into a season. You want to show your young guard that you trust him to be out there on the floor. But I think we need to allow Coby to look to be more of the point guard that he is, or more of the guard that he is, which is a scoring guard, and maybe not so much setting everybody up. Maybe just let somebody else handle the ball coming up the court. I don't mind Zach handling the ball. I don't mind P. Will handling the ball. You know what I'm saying? Coming up the court, and maybe not benching Coby just yet, because I think that with a young guard, that can absolutely kill your confidence. That can kill what you're trying to do. And while I don't think that Coby White has been the facilitator that maybe Billy Donovan hoped he would turn into, Coby White can pass well if he's scoring well. And so I think we need to make the key for Coby: all right, let's get out here. Let's understand what kind of guard he is. It doesn't seem like he's going to be able to just flip a switch and change into a more traditional point guard. Allow him to score. Allow him to score, because he's good at that. He's good at that. As much as we can say up and down one way or the other, he is a good scorer when he's focused on scoring. When he's focused on trying to get everybody else involved, the scoring dips, and we get games like the last game where he has 5 points, 2 assists. You know what I'm saying? Where everything is canceled out by it. I would love to see just somebody else bringing the ball up the court instead of just benching Coby right now. The other thing is, where does he fit into this starting lineup? With the point I just made, if you bring Lonzo in here, how does he fit with this team? You would have to bench somebody. Are you benching Coby White? Now, I know, like we said, everybody's ready to bench him, but one, kills the confidence. And two, Lonzo doesn't bring the scoring. And scoring is something that the Chicago Bulls need. So does he fit in with this team? Now, of course, with Lonzo on the court, he can fill up the stat sheet, but you're probably going to war with a lineup that's Lonzo Ball, Pat Will, Larry Markkinen, and Daniel Gafford for the foreseeable future until Wendell Carter is able to get in there. And to me, defensively, not a bad lineup. Not a bad lineup, right? You've got 3 sure defenders in that lineup. But offensively, that is a lineup that, at least with how we've seen the Bulls play this year, is going to struggle offensively because there's not going to be somebody besides Zach who can get that offense going quickly. Now, if you make a move like that, maybe that's the move where you're looking at the young rookie and you're saying, listen, we understand you came in as a defensive guy, you came in as a guy who's going to look to make the right play, but you have to pick the scoring up. You have to attack, you have to want to be better offensively, you have to prove that you're going to offensively be a problem in this league. Let's get it going. And maybe that's something that the rookie needs, somebody to get him in the positions to make those plays, because a lot of times it's a very one-on-one kind of thing when he's making those plays. And so I would like to see Lonzo come in, because I think it could help Pat Will offensively, but you're putting a lot on two young players on your team, one in Kobe White, where you're saying, listen, we thought it, we tried it, 15 games in, you're not good enough, go sit on the bench. We understand you went through a training camp that it didn't work out for you, or I'm sorry, we understand that you didn't go through training camp, that you basically came in here after not hooping for 9 months, but go sit on the bench, be a scorer. And also, Pat Will, you're our new second option offensively on this team. Let's get it going. Now, I know some people are going to say, well, Lowry's still out there. Yeah, but Lowry is a second. I don't know if Lowry has the mentality to be a second. I got some questions about Lowry coming in another video as well. Now, before I continue with the video, I want to know you guys' opinion. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think the Chicago Bulls should trade for Lonzo Ball? I'll be down there talking with you as well. The other question on the table for me is, do we want to give up assets for somebody who could possibly be a free agent at the end of the season anyway? And I think that's the biggest question for me. Lonzo's not a game-changing piece on this team right now. Like, would I like to have Lonzo on this team? Yeah, I think he fits well with the team. I think, like I said, while you're putting a lot of pressure on the rookies, I do think that what he does fit with this team in the long run, I should say, in the long run. So if you're getting a Lonzo Ball, you're probably trying to sign him to a 5-year contract at a nice number. You know what I'm saying? Something that's not too high, something not too low, that you guys can work out. It's not a trade for him for 1 year kind of deal. To me, that is a future move. And I think that in the future, going down the line, Lonzo fits well with what the Bulls want to do. You know what I'm saying? But the question is, do you want to give up assets for him? New Orleans is probably going to be looking for picks back more than a player, because they have this young team that they're building. They have this young team that's coming up. And so you're probably going to end up sending down at least a second-rounder and possibly a player just to make the money work. You know what I'm saying? Do you want to give up those assets to bring Lonzo in here? Is he that kind of good? I don't know. I don't know if he's that kind of good. Would I like to see Lonzo get signed in the offseason if free agency came his way? Yeah, I think that would fit better with what the Bulls are trying to do, because we know how AK builds his team, how he built his team in Denver. It's through the draft. It's through acquiring those draft picks. It's through building his team young, and as you watch him grow, they start to come together. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that is the biggest thing with bringing Lonzo Ball in here for the Bulls. Now, you're taking a risk there, because he's probably going to get moved during the season. He gets traded to some other team. He might be able to, get traded. He might not test free agency. He might be like, you know what, I like it here. Let me get a 10-year thing, or let me get a 10-year. Let me get a long-term contract here, a 5-year deal, something like that, so that I can stay here. And you might not get the opportunity at Lonzo Ball. That's a chance that, if it's me, I'm willing to take it, because I think you can find a guy, whether in the draft or just another vet around the NBA, that can fit that role. And I think you can find guys that can fit that role and score a little bit better. Depending on what Mike Conley does, I would like to see him get moved out of there. P Kid brought that up as well. Check out P Kid's channel by checking out the link on my homepage. But I mean, I just think that there's guys in the league that you can find that way. Now, are they as young as Lonzo? No. Are they? But I think they still can fit that role if that's the way you want to go. And so would I trade for Lonzo Ball? I don't think I would trade for Lonzo, but I would like to see him in a Bulls jersey. And if he's able to get the free agency, I would love to see the Bulls sign him in the offseason. But as always, I want to know how you guys feel. Let me know in the comments below. I'll be down there talking with you as well. Should the Chicago Bulls trade for Lonzo Ball? to continue watching our Chicago Bulls content. Make sure you click the links here or check the links in the description below. I am going to get up out of here. It is your boy, Pat the Designer, back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Peace.